So you've probably heard by now that a very famous sponsor of many YouTube channels, Honey, has come under a lot of heat recently. From what I understand, they've been defrauding both customers as well as clients. And I, as a YouTuber, have also been victim of a scam sponsorship. Now, it caught my eye that legaleagle made this video saying, "I'm suing Honey." Now, I've used Honey. I actually have it still installed right now because I haven't really changed anything since I heard about this. And it seemingly seemed like a great product. And I would go onto websites and it would show me if there was like a cheaper price. And I actually followed it a couple times and it seemingly was a good deal for me. But I've heard on the sponsorship side of things, they have been defrauding people of a lot of the credit, apparently, that they should be getting from promoting Honey so that they can get, monetary benefits out of that, rewards for promoting Honey. So I wanted to take a look at this and also maybe share a little bit of experience with me in dealing with sponsorships. So that we do that, checking out this legaleagle video. The original video is going to be linked down below. Please support that. By the way, if you're watching this on launch day, come back tonight. We got the next episode of History Showdown, which is the history trivia game show that I host. Got some great YouTubers lined up for tonight. And if you missed it live, the video will stay up. All right, let's check this out. So I don't know, but I'm assuming that maybe legaleagle did maybe a sponsorship for Honey, or maybe they are going to represent another content creator that has been, kind of scammed from Honey by not getting, the revenue they're supposed to get. From what I understand with Honey, what's supposed to happen is when someone uses, I think, your code or whatever and buys something, that you get like a commission if somebody, uses a Honey link to, go buy something. It's how, Honey's supposed to make money as well, is to promote this stuff. And then, obviously they're going to pay people to sponsor it. That's at least from what I have understood about Honey. But let's check this out and I'll tell you what kind of my experience has been with sponsorships, including one that was proven to be a scam.
The biggest scam in YouTube history. The biggest YouTube scam has just been revealed.
Yeah, no, everybody's been covering it, but I haven't talked about it as much.
This might just be the biggest influencer scam of all time.
Honey has been revealed to be a complete scam.
It seemed like a
coupon mafia.
Great
I
product.
think it's scummy as hell. I hesitate to call it illegal because I just genuinely don't know. I need a legaleagle video.
And I think Honey should be sued for it. I'm
Hank
glad
Green,
that everybody is now
we
aware
got
that Honey
Ludwig, we got
has a
Charlie,
corrupt
we got all
business
the big
model.
ones.
Creators
I'm
are
interested to see
saying
how they're
Honey
tied up with this.
is a scam. They believe that Honey steals from creators. So on behalf of creators everywhere, I have filed a class action lawsuit to stop it. So how did we get here?
So what, a class action lawsuit, I think wouldn't that entail that if you are somebody that maybe has promoted Honey, that you enter the contract with them, and in the contract, if people are supposed to use that link, you're supposed to get revenue if they buy stuff from it. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've just briefly heard is something like the affiliate link or the referral link that people click on that's supposed to give you credit ends up not going to the creator, and Honey ends up like keeping it or something. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I haven't done like the deep dive on this, so I'm hoping you guys can kind of help me out with this as well. So, but I wonder if this is one of those things where, if you were a content creator that had promoted under contract with them, that you can add yourself to this class action lawsuit, meaning that they're going to go and sue. And then if Honey has to pay money, people that can prove that they were part of this and were and shown that they had made a deal with Honey and there was breach of contract, that they could get like some kind of financial restitution out of it.
Well, as you probably know, the entire creator
Honey has not sponsored me specifically, so I wouldn't be a part of that.
The question that everyone on the internet wants to know when you're making a purchase is, how did you get here? Honey allegedly interjects itself into that chain, erases all the past history, and says, I'm the one responsible.
Right.
Often harming consumers in the process by replacing a coupon or discount code with a Honey-related code.
Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey.
And while this is true, the consumers would be harmed by this practice. Creators are getting absolutely screwed.
Let's say you're at a department store looking to buy a new TV. A salesman spends time running you through your options. You decide to buy, he gives you his referral card.
Is this the video I've seen people react to? Because I haven't seen this one. That seems to be like kind of the whistleblower of this. This video is at Lag, Honey Steals creator Attribution. He kind of the whistleblower. I'd heard that there was some pretty good research that this guy had done to expose Honey.
You get to the checkout, and right as you're about to pay, a sleazy salesman pops up going, "Hey, shall I check if I have any coupon codes for you?" Naturally, you say sure. He snatches your referral card without you ever noticing, looks for coupons, says, "Sorry, no luck this time," but instead of handing back the original referral card, he hands back his own.
It's free money, they say.
I understand that concept. That's like back in college, I worked at like Office Depot for a while, and they would sell extended warranties on stuff. So like if you bought a laptop, you'd have the manufacturer warranty, and then you could purchase like extra coverage. And the computer salesman, you know, usually would pitch it to him, "Hey, are you interested in this?" And then they would bring up the computer to like me if I was on the cash register, and I would enter some code or something, and that salesman would get, it wasn't very much, but it was like, you know, they wanted you to push it, but like they would get a revenue of it. And I could have totally, I mean, I guess it's the same concept, been like, "All right, okay, I'll make sure you get the sale," and then I go and add my own like employee number. I guess that's essentially what Honey was doing. So I took somebody else's commission, even though they earned it.
We believe that nothing could be further from the truth. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a free lunch. We believe that money came right out of the pockets of your favorite YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, podcasts, and bloggers. Now, you might have seen Megalag's expose. It's incredible. You should absolutely support him
Especially
on Patreon.
if that was part of your contract.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I want to dig deeper because this is something that could affect every creator and influencer on every platform. And I mean everyone. Creators, viewers, advertisers, even the companies that provide goods and services. Now, as you probably know, making videos or posts can be an expensive endeavor. And when you think about it, it's kind of incredible that platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok are free. And they can afford to be so because they rely on advertising.
Right.
Now, that might come in the form of programmatic ads that are interjected while you're watching, or it might come from a sponsorship provided by the actual creator that you're watching or listening to.
There's a famous saying you may have heard of before that says, if you are getting something for free, then you are the product. If the product is free, then you are actually the product. Like selling your information. There's a way, even if you're getting a free product for a business, to basically make money off of you. And I'm not talking DLCs and buying skins on Fortnite and, you know, using, other types of services out there. Okay. If you don't have to pay for the product, you're the product.
And if a creator runs a sponsorship or has an affiliate relationship, they'll probably tell you to do one of two things. Either click on the link in the description or the comments, or use their promo code. You, the audience member, probably get a nice discount, and the creator gets credit for sending that customer.
Right.
This is attribution, as we call it in the biz. And if you end up buying that thing, the creator might get a percentage, a commission, a flat fee, or if enough people sign up, they might get another sponsorship in the future. And in all of those cases, everything depends on knowing how many people signed up because of that creator. And when you click on that link or use the creator's promo code, the brand knows where you came from and who sent you. At least, that's the way that it's supposed to work.
So, you guys have seen me. I've done a few sponsorships before, and I've never done the ones that are purely like commission based. Because let's be honest, like a lot of people aren't actually buying the stuff that you're actually trying to promote, even if it's good. I mean, a few might, but a lot of people don't. And you wouldn't actually make very much money. Almost anyone, unless you're an enormous channel who is purely based on the commissions. The ones I've done is where they actually will pay regardless of like if you actually sold stuff. Now, the downside to that usually is that if like I may get money up front if I do sponsorship, but if not a lot of people are buying the product, you're not going to get more sponsorships. And whether if it's a marketing company or a specific brand, they're not going to come back to you. So there's obviously incentive to be able to sell that stuff, even if you get paid in advance. But that's kind of the big deal. Now, YouTube right now, if you didn't know, is trying to offer content creators and be a mediary between third-party sponsorships. So like I can go into my account and see a whole bunch of potential sponsorship offers. So not even really sponsorship offers. Essentially, it's just like almost all of them. And you'll be like hundreds of them where it's all commission. And I haven't done those because I don't want to do that, and it's just, you know, whatever. But it'll be like you get a 30% commission if somebody buys this wallet or like this whatever thing, you know what I mean? But most creators, they don't like to do that. They want something that pays you up front.
Honey allegedly built their business on breaking that chain. As Megalag and others have explained, and as we aver, Honey interjects itself at the last possible moment and erases evidence of the real person who was responsible and takes credit. It looks like Honey opens up a new tab or refreshes the checkout page and replaces the creator's information with Honey's information, and most importantly, Honey's attribution code.
So they don't have to pay.
The creator...
Do you see what they're saying there? They're doing the thing you swap at the register. So, yeah, they're going to take the credit for the sale themselves when they should be paying a content creator, right? They're switching that out at the end.
Gets nothing.
Yeah.
We believe that Honey pockets that money that would have otherwise gone to the creator. Imagine if you're listening to a podcast. You actually can't really click on a link. So the only way that they can get attribution is by a listener using their promo code.
Right.
But we believe that even if you use the creator's code, if you also used Honey at the same time, Honey likely replaced that promo code with their own.
By the way, that's why you get promo codes. You've seen it, my sponsorships, you send everybody's. The promo code is so that the company can track, you know, where people are coming from. Whether they're getting a percentage back or not. I haven't done anything that's given me ever a percentage back from actually selling things, but you see promo codes all the time, and it's kind of like shown that that's how you can get a discount on whatever service it is, but it's really not that. It's far more about so they can track where people are coming from. And I get it. I mean, it makes sense because if they can see that a bunch of people are buying their product through you, they're going to offer you, you know, longer subscription or sponsorships, I should say. But yeah, that's why you see promo codes.
But it's not just sponsorships. When you click on a programmatic ad, you know, those skippable or unskippable ads that just get shoved into a video you're watching or interjected to the feed that you're scrolling through, well, those have tracking links too. Those often contain exactly the same kind of affiliate data. Again, the companies want to know where you came from.
Right.
They want to know which ads are effective and which creators' audience is a good fit for them.
Sure.
Different creators receive a different amount of money per view,
and understandable
on their personality
from the
and the makeup
perspective
of their audience. But once again, if you click on one of those ads and use an extension like Honey, Honey will allegedly come in at the last second and destroy attribution, taking credit and pocketing the money. And at the same time...
Now, the scam, I guess I was saying I've been, I guess, a part of or whatever, wasn't like this where I wasn't getting income from it. It was actually for the consumers. Do you guys remember the established titles? That was big, and you've noticed it's gone. That's the thing where, like, you could, like, buy land in, was it Scotland or whatever? And you could like become a lord. You'd buy like 1 square foot of land or something like that in Scotland. Well, we come to find out that like none of that apparently existed. None of that actually happened. It wasn't like through Scotland or anything. It ended up being some like Chinese company. And like you could never actually, I guess, like go to the Scotland or wherever that place was. Was it Scotland? And go and like, okay, here's my like 1 square foot of territory. Like that was apparently never a thing, and they kind of tried to disguise it also as a and I don't, maybe this part was true, but also I think it was like a conservation charity or supposed to be that they were going to like plant trees or something. Now that part I don't know, maybe that actually was a thing, but the idea that you're actually like buying land to become some kind of like lord was not true. And that was somebody who had sponsored me. And that was when I was exclusive with a sponsorship company, a marketing company, a reputable marketing company, like a couple years back, that did a pretty good job vetting stuff. Like everything that they'd always given me with sponsorships were all credible companies. And you probably saw those a lot. But yeah, like a lot of credible companies were pushing that onto and selling it to their YouTube content creators. But that one ended up being a scam. So it didn't affect me like specifically, like it didn't cost me money, but anybody that would have gone and done that would not have actually gotten the product, or at least gotten what they said it was. So it was a scam, and it was sad to do that. I think I ended up taking out that video, or I might have cut out the ad. I don't even remember what video it was for. It was a long time ago. If anyone knows for sure, you can let me know. I gotta, if it's not cut out, I need to cut it out, but I'd cut out that ad. And the company I think that I had, you know, contracted with, a good good reputable company. I think I asked them like permission about that. I'm like, is it okay? Is it like out of the contract if I remove it? And I think they said it was fine. And they were like, yeah, this is embarrassing. And, you know, they apologized and all that stuff. And I was like, I understand. It's not a big deal.
Honey appears to market itself as a way to
actually, I shouldn't say it. It is a big deal, but it is a big deal. But like, I wasn't putting like crazy blame on them. It wasn't their fault. You know, the people that handled my sponsorships back then.
Consumers additional money.
I don't blame them.
That doesn't appear to be the case. We believe that Honey unjustly enriches itself by swapping creator attribution under the guise of a coupon check, even when it's unable to provide any additional value to the consumer or when there are no coupons. I believe that Honey lied to consumers about what it offered. And I believe that Honey lied to creators about what it was doing. And perhaps the worst part about all of this is that Honey, now owned by PayPal, allegedly made creators the unwitting accomplices in stealing from their own pocketbooks. Think about how
this is terrible look for PayPal right now, because they bought that. And if I remember right, it was a lot, right? They bought it for $4 billion. It says there, if you can zoom in on the screen up where it says up here. I remember hearing it was an incredible amount of money. This is going to be a bad thing for PayPal. And if this lawsuit goes through, they're going to have to pay out a lot of money, I guess, to content creators, right? I don't know if it would go to the companies that they had, you know, were selling products from, but I guess it would probably go back to maybe content creators. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yes, this all was. Honey spent tens of millions of dollars, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars, sponsoring some of the most beloved and successful creators on the planet.
Because it was big
Honey
content creators, and that's expensive to get that.
With their extension. And that extension probably stayed on their audience's browsers like a sleeping leech, waiting for the viewer to conduct a transaction. And thus, forever after, the creator's future sponsorships and future affiliate relationships and advertisements were devalued now that the creator's audience was infected.
Help me out with this, guys, with the Honey thing. Like I've had the, you know, Honey installed, and it'll show up like you got something in your like shopping cart, and it'll be like, hey, let's check to see if other websites have it cheaper. And I think I've used that and probably bought a couple things. Now, what I was wondering too is, this all seems like it's been detrimental for the content creators that are not getting their money from their like commissions. But like, was it fraudulent for us as consumers? Meaning, like, are they actually like or intentionally hiding certain vendors that may even have a lower price than the one that they'll do? Because sometimes if it'll pop up, like Honey will just pop up and be like, hey, I see you're looking at this item. This website has it cheaper. And I wonder if they know that there'd be even cheaper ones beyond that, but they have said that this is the cheapest one, even though they know it's not the case. Maybe because they had a deal with a certain company or Best Buy or something like that when you're trying to buy something. I wonder if they have hidden things from consumers as well. That's what I don't know if I've heard about yet. Does anyone know if that's a thing?
The exact people who would be most likely to listen to the recommendations of that creator, which, by the way, is the reason that it's so important for creators to vet their sponsors. And
yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah. Oh, he did a video on it. Yeah, Established Titles was a scam. That was the one that had sponsored me before. And again, that was a scam for consumers, thinking they would actually get some title of land and like nobility, and that was not true. But they were paying up front. There wasn't commissions, at least not that I'm aware of. And the one that I didn't wasn't. It was just an upfront payment.
They believe in the products were now likely to be sniped. Whenever those viewers or listeners clicked on the creator's link or used the creator's promo code, Honey would allegedly swoop in and steal the attribution.
Right.
We believe that PayPal's Honey is a drag on the entire creator economy. If you're a creator and you've ever used an affiliate link, run a sponsorship, or allowed ads, we believe it's possible that Honey has interjected itself and parasitically taken away your attribution. Even if you've never even heard of Honey until now. Advertisers spent $30 billion on advertising on YouTube AdSense alone in 2023. Presumably, those companies...
AdSense is that the ads that you guys see, the ones that pop up at the beginning of a video and will usually let you skip after 5 seconds. That's like the AdSense stuff. So yeah, they're paying, incredible amount of money. So, but I don't know if that includes the third party sponsorship. I don't think so. The stuff that people integrate into their videos. That's not that. That's another, billions of dollars or whatever.
They've made a lot more revenue than they spent on advertising. But how many billions of that went to Honey? I'm honestly surprised that extensions like
I don't know how that
Honey,
works.
Karma, Capital One Shopping, and Pi are even allowed on the Apple App Store or the Google Extension Marketplace. So I say, enough is enough. It's time to put my money where my mouth is.
Okay.
So,
all right, I'm interested to see now what this is going to look like, and yeah, they're actually going to go to court for it. That's incredible, and we'll see. Now, one thing I wanted to clarify with you all, because I know you're all seeing, and I see complaints a lot from people about the increase of third-party sponsor ad integrations on YouTube videos. And a lot of people are kind of upset with that for a couple of reasons. One, just, if it disrupts the video, it's, ads. People don't like seeing ads, right? And there's also like ad blockers, right? And I'm talking about, the ones for AdSense ads, the ones that you can, there's ad blockers that can divert away from that, the stuff that's, skip it after 5 seconds kind of thing. One of the biggest reasons why you all as viewers are seeing more integrated ads, third-party, integrated ads, is because of ad blockers. Ad blockers take away those, even though that 5-second thing takes away revenue from YouTubers. So you're seeing more people move towards these third-party sponsorships. That's why you're seeing it a lot more. Because it's not becoming economically feasible just to go off of the YouTube ads. And again, like ad blockers and stuff kind of like a big part of that. So it's kind of pushed into that direction of why you're seeing that. And because that is becoming such a big deal and it's such a big thing now, we're starting to see, and I just watched a video a couple days ago from Drew Durnall. He did one on his other channel where he was talking about sponsorships and stuff. And there was some stuff that he's going with that I am too. He's obviously a way bigger YouTuber than me, but we're, as content creators, getting way more fake sponsorships, third-party sponsorships coming to us. My email is flooded every day with fraudulent scam phishing sites, pretty much. And it'll pop up and you'll get some email that's like, hey, we're from NVIDIA or we're from Sony, some like huge company, and they're like, we want to sponsor you and we'll give you $1,000 or something if you do this ad. And the email is super sketchy. You actually look at where the email address actually comes from, and it's some email server from like Eastern Europe or something, and there's typos and all this stuff. And I remember early on when I couldn't really differentiate, I was like, okay, well, like, what's your offer? And they come back and they're like, here, download this very suspect looking exe file. It's a phishing scam. They want you as a content creator to be so excited that you have a sponsorship offer. And they're, doing it to smaller creators that don't know any better as well, and don't get a lot of sponsorship offers. And all of a sudden you download some phishing software or some kind of scam that steals, it's like identity theft or something like that. And there's also the scary thing too, and Drew had brought this up in his video too, of you don't get paid, you don't get paid when you get a sponsorship until after you've made the video, you've put all of this time into it. It takes a long time to do this. They have scripts, they have all this stuff that you have to do. You got to get footage of yourself using this product. There's a lot of stuff. And you don't get obviously paid until that's published and the company likes it. And there's a little bit of, trust that you're actually going to get that money. Now, what you usually do is they usually has a contract, and actually the good companies will do that. There'll be a contract. Even then, you wonder how legitimate I guess it could be if it seems sketchy. But a contract that actually says like, okay, here is what the company, the brand is promising, and then you are agreeing to certain conditions, and maybe you have sometimes you need to pledge a certain amount of views for the video to get payment. Otherwise, you got to like give them a free ad or something like that. Or again, you have to meet their script requirements and all that stuff. But there's always going to be a little bit of trust for that you're going to have that you're actually even going to get paid. And I don't think that's ever been a problem for me. Again, I was fortunate for a while to be exclusive with a marketing company that handled a lot of that stuff for me, which was fantastic. But being a small content creator now, I don't get very many offers anymore, and I handle a lot of the sponsorships myself. But that's also now meant that I've had to go through and filter all the bull crap because I do it myself. They contact me in my personal email, and it kind of sucks, and it's kind of discouraged me from doing that kind of stuff. But I also understand too, and understand how important it is to have the kind of revenue, because the ad revenue from YouTube, generally speaking, is going down, right? There's ways to get around ads, and the third-party sponsorships provide way more money than what the YouTube ads will. Way more money. That's why a lot of people do it too, is it's way more.
I, along with some other great attorneys, filed suit on behalf of all creators and businesses who have been harmed by Honey PayPal. Because there are so many people, we filed a class action lawsuit seeking damages in the form of the money that we believe Honey prevented from reaching creators. So
is Elon still affiliated with PayPal?
And equally important, we're suing for an injunction to stop Honey's practices in the future. If you're a creator or a business who thinks that they have been harmed by Honey, please reach out to my law firm by either going to honeylawsuit.com or by reaching out via email at honeycase@eagleteam.law. We want to hear from you. This isn't only about people who ran a Honey sponsorship, but rather anyone who might have had their attribution taken by Honey. We believe that things like running a promo code, affiliate link, or tracking tag is enough to be caught in their web. And finally, Honey PayPal. I will see you in court.
All right. I hope you enjoyed, joining me and watching kind of what legaleagle are going to be doing here. And it looks like they're legit. They're going to take them to court. And it does look like what I was saying before, that if you were a content creator that worked with Honey and you actually had it maybe in your contract that you were to get commissions on people buying stuff that downloaded Honey from you, that you could join in this. And I don't know, I think there's a pretty good case if they can prove that there was like an intentional, probably not even intentional, but people were not getting the revenue, they're going to have to pay out. And a company like PayPal, which again bought it for apparently billions of dollars, is very rich and are probably going to want to settle this as quickly as possible. That often happens here. They're going to want to settle quickly as possible, and hopefully those content creators get their credit. And, if you have bought something from Honey, as well, like I hope that you feel like, even though you weren't a content creator, that, wherever you got your download, your affiliate link from or whatever to download it, like you want that YouTuber to make the commission. Like you want them to get what they were supposed to get. You know what I mean? So I think that's important. But anyway, I gave you a whole bunch of information about my experience with both real scams and potential scams, and kind of how it works from a content creator perspective. And me being a small YouTuber, it's a little bit different than these other people that, again, should be getting thousands and thousands of dollars probably from this stuff. I mean, I don't know exactly how much they're supposed to get, but just to get, and I can't imagine with Honey that all of the money that a content creator should get is from affiliates. They've got to be paying a lot of money up front. Otherwise, nobody would be doing this. And I don't know what that would be, but if they were paying upfront money, then yeah, Honey's paying millions of dollars to these content creators. But then additionally, the stuff that should come from commissions with that not going there too, they're probably hoping that can kind of slide under the rug, because they're like, hey, we paid the content creators up front, but then in addition, they're supposed to get whatever percent of sales that go through Honey. I don't know if they thought that they could sweep that under the rug or whatever. I don't know if I wonder if Honey is going to try to have some defense where they're like, that was a glitch. And it's just like, it's some kind of other error of why these people aren't getting their commissions. But I'm sure legaleagle and this team is going to have to, they're really going to have to show that there was clear evidence and knowledge of this swap happening, of stealing that affiliate money. So anyway, this is a little bit different than what I've covered before, but I thought you thought it'd be interesting to know as a content creator what we think about sponsorships, and a big one with Honey, and kind of why we do sponsorships and the problems that we have on our end, and just to get a better, clear, picture with that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole ordeal and kind of the future of sponsorships and YouTube kind of in general, and how that relationship is as a viewer, and what would you like seeing go for? What would you like to see going forward? That helps both, you know, content creators, but also the experience of you as a viewer. I think there's a discussion there to be had and needs to be had. And I think like YouTube needs to hear those ideas. Drew was talking about in his video too, that there should be a lot more pressure. YouTube's got to get ahead of this because if they can't find better ways to get people, their content creators compensated, then we're going to see more of these third-party scams. That's just how it's going to work. Anyways, with that, thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see y'all next time.